Hey, you're back. Thanks for coming. I hope you enjoy this bonus material. You'll like it. I'll show you the easier way to do these things. Oh, shh, don't tell anybody the secret, okay? Here we got what I call the yucky one. The yucky one. Because nothing is going to play very nicely here. If we decide to solve for x, it's going to be messy, and if we decide to solve for y, it's going to be messy too. So we just gotta decide. Does anybody got a coin we could flip? Like, yeah, okay. Eraser side. Oh, I guess it both says eraser side. Put a dot on this side. That means we'll solve for x, and the other side will solve for y, and it's y. We're going to solve for y. Well, which one? I'll solve for the top one. So, I'm going to take that stuff down here and start doing some math. I'll have, negative 4x and 19, and then I got to divide all that by 3. See what I mean about yucky? That's what I've got to substitute into the other equation. Gives me the jiblies just thinking about it. Okay, see what I did there? So this is what we got to work with now. And so here we go. 7x minus 6 times what y is equal to negative 4/3 x and 19/3. And I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to put it in any kind of nice fraction until later. Equals negative 23. Okay, now I'm going to erase this to give myself some room. I already got what it's equal to, so here we go. Got to do some yucky distribution here. I got to do this multiplication. I know I'm going to have a plus, and then the 6 divided by the 3 part's going to be nice. That makes 2. 2 times 4 is 8. So that piece there becomes 8x. But now I got this, and so I got to do that. It's going to be negative. I'm not going to go 6 times 19. I'm going to go 6 divided by 3 is 2 again. And then I got to go 2 times 19. It's 38. So that's not too bad. But equals negative 23. These two combine to make 15x. I'm going to add 38 to both sides. And 15x equals 38 and minus 23, which is 15. So x equals 1. Oh, whew. Oh, I feel so much better now that I got an answer like that. And now remember, I got choices. I can go back to either of these two equations or to my equation that y equals negative 4/3 x plus 19/3. I can use that one too and plug in 1 into any of those equations. Do I want to do this? I don't know. Do I want to do this? Well, maybe. Do I want to do... That's a 1. Stupid. Do I want to do this? Okay. So this is negative 4/3, and this is 19/3, and basically I'm like 19 of these minus 4 of these is 15 of these, which is 5, and there's my answer, 1 and 5. I'm done. You see how that gets yucky? There's fractions in there, and fractions get messy, and you gotta keep track of all that stuff. Not so much fun. I'm going to come back to that in about 3 minutes and show you maybe the faster way, when you see one that's going to be yucky, how you can punt. Yes. Okay, now I'm going to go over to the camera. I'm going to talk about that fourth example, the application problem. Okay, example 4 is about play tickets. I don't like that. I think that's dumb. And so let's say, imagine that we're going to a baseball game instead. When I was growing up in the Los Angeles area, I went to Dodger games. Now, Matt, don't be a hater. Don't judge me, okay? You can imagine this is whatever you want to. And they had different seatings, different colors of the seats, and further up you were, the less expensive it was. If you were in the outfield, it was pretty cheap. Further down, closer to the field, you had to pay more. So this is that type of problem. Let's imagine that you got the $8 seats and you got the $5 seats, but actually in the problem it says adults and students, but let's just treat this like they're really good tickets to a baseball game. And we start off with that there's two kinds of tickets. What we're going to do is similar to what we did with the coin problems and translate this into a system of linear equations. So we've got two types of tickets. Let's see, what do we got? We got box office, and let's do, I don't know, we'll pick two letters. I'm just gonna pick A and B. And A are the $5 seats, and B are the $8 seats. And we got this description of a certain number of people going to the play. 75 people. You got a big group that's going to a baseball game. Maybe it's with like youth group or something from church. And then we got a value equation here, and we've got $5 and $8. So I'm just going to play the game this way. We got each A tickets, $5, or maybe it's adults. And for every student, let's say the B people, it's $8. And they said that the box office collected $444 to the San Francisco Giants. They get $444. So we got this here, and we could solve for A, we could solve for B, and we could substitute. But let me show you a more excellent way. Okay? This is the secret part. I don't want to do the math. I'm tired of math. I want to use my calculator. So you're going to get out your calculator, and you're going to find that apps button. And hopefully, if yours came fully loaded, you'll have somewhere down there, mine's number 8, Polysmolt 2. I'm not even going to describe what that is. I'm just going to click on it, and we see that number 2 says simultaneous equation solver. This sounds like good news, folks. So here we go. And for my problem, let's keep that there. I guess I need two equations and two unknowns, A and B. And so as long as it's set up like that, then we're ready to go. And you hit next. And it sets up things just like what I got here. And my system of equations is one of the first thing and one of the second thing equals 75. And then I've got, in the second row, I've got 5, the first thing, and 8 of the second thing equals 444. And now we want to find out how many tickets each would cost $444 altogether. If 75 people go, I push the solve button. And there you go. For A tickets, you got 52, and for B tickets, you got 23. You want to see that original problem we did the long way this way? All right, give me just a sec. I'll type it in. So here's that original problem that I said was yucky. I'm going to go back to the main screen here and pick this again. You can see what I'm doing. I'm ready to go, so I'm going to hit next. And I'm just going to type in those coefficients, 4x and 3y equals 19. And 7x minus 6y equals negative 23. Make sure you use the negative sign down here and not the plus and minuses, which I just used for the other thing. So here we go. I got all that typed in. I hit enter, and now the only thing left to do is push solve. And those are the same answers we got, and I was just using my finger. That's it. Just my finger. So, you're going to thank me. You're going to thank me later. Next time you see me, I deserve a hug. Because that was a shortcut right there. That was free. You're going to want to use that if you can. If it looks yucky, well, make yourself do substitution. But if it looks yucky, then you punt, and you can use your simultaneous equation solver.
You're welcome.